In the yesterday session, we were discussed about transfer function of armature controlled DC servo motor. Today we are going to discuss about same transfer function of field controlled DC servo motor. So let us write the heading: transfer function of field controlled DC servo motor. So in the day before yesterday class, I already explained what is meant by servo motor, what is meant by servo mechanism, what are the features, what are the types of servo motors, what are the speed control techniques. In the speed control technique, I discussed two types. One is armature control, other one is the field control. In that aspect, yesterday I finished armature control to DC servo motor transfer function. Today I am going to cover the transfer function of field control DC servo motor. So in this, the basic function is speed is controlled by varying the field current. By varying the field current because it's a field control method. And one more point is speed is proportional to armature resistance, or simply you can written as back EMF also, or back EMF, because EB equals to VA minus RA, that's why I'm written back EMF. These two will not be equal. The armature resistance can be written in terms of back EMF also. So speed is proportional to back EMF and inversely proportional to the flux current or field current. Inversely proportional to field current or flux current. Field current or flux. Then, so in field control method, armature voltage will be kept as a constant. In field control method, armature voltage is kept constant. So as we know that any machine consists of field circuit as well as the armature circuit. Yesterday we discarded field circuit because we are concentrating on armature control method. Today we are discussing field control so that we can discard armature control circuit. We can consider only field circuit. But in the diagrammatic format, I'm going to represent field circuit as well as the armature circuit. But yesterday I represented only armature circuit only, but today I'm going to represent both the cases like field and as well as the armature. So first I'm going to write the field circuit. So the field circuit consists of field resistance RF and LF, and its current is field current IF. Here the voltage can be considered as VF. This is a field circuit. Now let us go for the armature circuit. In armature circuit we have RA and LA and some back EMF, which is a motor. Like here the back EMF will be taken EB. Now the current flowing through this loop is called as RIA, RALA. Here the voltage will be considered as armature voltage VA. So this is the armature circuit and this is the field circuit. That means separately excited DC machine. Field winding is separately. Now the motor shaft is connected to the mechanical rotational system. So this is a mechanical rotation system. So the mechanical rotation system consists of two elements, J, B, moment of inertia and dashpot. Here the spring element cannot be considered because there is no spring in the rotational system. The weight of the system is denoted as moment of inertia, and it is having some friction. Whenever it is rotating, there is a possibility to get friction, so that friction coefficient is dashpot. That's why we can consider these two. So here displacement will be angular displacement theta. If you want to represent angular velocity omega, we know that the angular velocity omega equals to d theta by dt. So basically the angular displacement is represented in theta. If you want to represent in terms of angular velocity, we can represent angular velocity also. Okay, this is the basic circuit diagram for transfer function of field controlled DC servo motor. So here field control means only we can concentrate on this field circuits, only concentrate on this field circuits and this load. Load is mechanical rotation system. Only we can concentrate these two. We cannot concentrate this. And for the armature control method, we can concentrate this armature circuit and this load. We cannot concentrate this. So now based on this, we can frame some equations. Based on that, we are going to find out the transfer function. So before finding the transfer function, let us assume some terminology. Those things written as let Vf is field voltage, the units is volts, Rf is field resistance, units is ohms, Lf is field inductance, henries or millihenries, then If is field current, then so these four elements are Vf, If, Rf, Lf are the related to the field circuit. Now coming to this mechanical rotational system. For this, there is a one torque T equals to applied torque. So these are all the some elements, some terminals or terminology we are taken based on this field circuits. Now let's move to the mechanical rotation system. For this mechanical rotation system, there is a torque. That's why T equals to applied torque, and J is nothing but moment of inertia, and B is nothing but dashpot, and T suffix J is nothing but opposing torque due to moment of inertia, opposing torque due to moment of inertia, then T suffix B equals to opposing torque due to dashpot. Opposing torque due to dashpot. So these are all the terms, and one more term is theta is angular displacement. If you go for omega, angular velocity. So depends upon requirement, we can use displacement as well as the velocity, but most of the times we'll use displacement only. Few cases only we are using angular velocity. So these are all the terms which are required for find out the transfer function of field controlled DC servo motor. Now let's start the expressions. So before start the expressions, we need to look over these circuits. So just you can apply KVL to these circuits, and you can write one mechanical equation for this. Only two equations. One is here and one is here. One more is torque relationship. That is three equations we are going to write now. So first to this loop, you will get simply if you apply KVL to this loop, you will get Vf equals to IFRF plus IF LF LDI by dt. So that is the thing I'm going to write now. So here apply KVL to the field circuits. Apply KVL to the field circuits. Vf minus IFRF minus LF dIF by dt equals to 0. So if you simplify this, you will get Vf equals to IFRF plus LF dIF by dt. This is equation number 1. And the second equation is, here it's a separately excited DC motor only. So therefore, torque is proportional to the field current. Torque is proportional to the field current. So, and here That is one way. And if you want to write one more way, the torque is proportional to the product of flux and armature current. Product of flux and armature current. So if you write these things, product of flux and armature current is nothing but simply field current. Product of flux and armature current nothing but field current. That's why I'm written torque is proportional to field current, or we can write product of flux and armature current. So this may written as torque is proportional to the IF directly. If you remove the proportionality, you will get torque is equals to KTF. So previously in armature controlled DC servo motor, I am written KT, torque constant, but here I am writing field torque constant, KTF into IF. This is the equation number 2. This is the equation number 2. Now the third equation is by considering mechanical rotation system. By considering mechanical rotational system, applied torque is equals to opposing torques due to the elements. We have two elements. One is T suffix J plus one is T suffix B. So if you want, go through the diagram, just check it. So in the diagram, the applied torque is T and opposing torques is J and B. So therefore, T equals to Tj plus Tb. That's why I'm written here T equals to Tj plus Tb. So we know that Tj, so J into d square theta by dt square plus d into d theta by dt. So this is the third equation. So we found three equations based on the analysis what we considered to find out the transfer function. So here, before going to further step, let us assume what is the input, what is the output for this transfer function. So here it's a servo motor. It's a servo motor. So for the servo motor, the input is always electric signal, and output is always mechanical signal, like theta. Here electric signal means either voltage or current. It's not a V by I, it's a voltage or current. So for this configuration, the input is field voltage. The input is field voltage and output is angular displacement. Now we know the transfer function. The transfer function is equals to L of output. That means Laplace transform of theta by Laplace transform of field voltage Vf under initial conditions are 0. Simply I'm writing initial equals to 0. Under initial conditions are 0. So if L of theta is nothing but you can write theta of s by Laplace of Vf is nothing but Vf of s. So this is the transfer function we need to find out. So without knowing this, you can't do the further steps, because without knowing your aim, you cannot proceed further. So that you should know about what is the transfer function. For that, what is the input, what is the output. These are all the servo motors. So that the input for the servo motor is electric signal, output for the servo motor is mechanical output. So therefore, input signal, electric signal is either voltage or current. Whereas in case of mechanical signal, that is angular displacement. So that's why here for this system, the input is field voltage, output is angular displacement. Now the transfer function is defined as Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input under initial conditions are 0. So by taking Laplace transform, this theta will become theta of s. Applying Laplace transform to Vf will become Vf of s. So this is the transfer function we need to find out. So how to find out these theta of s by V of s is by applying Laplace transform to these three equations and simplify those equations. Finally, we'll get theta of s by Vf of s. So now let us move to the further steps. So in order to apply Laplace transforms, first let me write those three equations one more time. Vf equals to IFRF plus LF dIF by dt. This is the first equation. Second equation, T equals to KTF into IF. This second equation. And third equation is T equals to J into d square theta by dt square plus B into d theta by dt. I am written these three equations, whatever we wrote in the previous slide. So now apply Laplace transform to the above three equations. Apply Laplace transform to above three equations. So if you apply Laplace transform first equation, the first equation will becomes Vf will become Vf of s equals to Rf. If will become If of s plus Lf. Here d by dt nothing but s into If of s. So here you can observe before applying Laplace transform, the field current will be small if. After applying Laplace transform, it will become If of s. So this is equation number 4. Now the fifth equation is T will become T of s equals to KTF. If will become If of s. This is equation number 5. Now coming to the third expression, this is equation 2. Third will become T of s is equals to J into d square theta by dt square plus d into d theta by dt. This is equation number 6. So now we need to simplify these three equations like fourth equation, fifth equation, sixth equation to get theta of s by Vf of s. So how to simplify? Just I'm going to here, just watch it. So here, just I'm taken equation number 4. That's why I'm going to write from 4. From fourth equation, what is the fourth equation? Vf of s equals to Rf into If of s plus Lf into s into If of s. So here just you can take the common If of s. If you take the common If of s, will become Rf plus SLF. Rf plus SLF. This is the Vf of s equation. Now here If of s is there. So how to find out the If of s? So from this fifth equation, so let me write with other color. Yeah. From this fifth equation, I am going to write If of s is equals to T of s by KTF. So just I am written some other color pen for get clarity. For this fifth equation, I am going to write If of s is equals to T of s by KTF. So now this will be substituted here.
Color, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Now this If of s is equals to T of s by KTF. This is substituted here. If I substitute here, I got Vf of s is equals to, instead of If of s, I am substitute T of s by KTF into Rf plus SLF. Now, so here again I am going to substitute T of s. So just equation 6. If you look at the equation 6, will become T of s is equals to some value. So now substitute equation number 6 in above equation. Let us take this is equation number 7. Equation number 7. Substitute.
Sir.
Tell me, ma.
Sir, here why we got KTF, sir?
Why?
In equation 5. It means
in equation 5, T of s is equals to KTF into If of s.
What is KTF, sir?
So KTF is nothing but it's a torque constant which is relates to the field control method. So in armature control method, just we are taken KT. So KT is nothing but torque constant. So in that case, if you want, you can mention KTA, nothing but it's a torque constant for armature control method. That's why I'm writing here KTF means torque constant for field control. That's why I'm going to write KTF. Or if you are confusing with this notation, just you can take K also, further no issue. For better clarity only,
K is constant, that's it, no sir?
Yeah, K is constant. It's a torque constant for the field control method.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So now here, let us take this equation number 7. Substitute this sixth equation will be 7. Substitute equation 6 in 7. Because here in the equation 7, we'll have T of s. That T of s is got from, that T of s is got from equation 6. So here equation 6, I am not applied Laplace transform. If you apply Laplace transform, J into d square theta means s square theta of s plus d into s into theta of s. Here actually I am not applied Laplace transform. So j s square into theta of s plus b into s into theta. Now this equation will be substituted here. You will get, so let me write in the next slide. Vf equals to T of s by
Sir,
KTF.
can
Yeah.
you go some slow?
Okay. So KTF into RF plus S into LF. So whatever equation I'm written here, seventh equation, same equation I'm going to take. Vf of S is equals to T of S by KTF into RF plus SLF. So here instead of T of S, I'm going to substitute this expression. So therefore, so instead of substitute that RF plus SLF by KTF, just I'm arranging it. Instead of T of S, I'm going to substitute Js square into theta of S plus Bs into theta of S. So now here RF plus SLF, here I'm going to take the common S into theta of S. I'm going to take the common S into theta of S means you will get Js plus B. You will get S into theta of S, I'm taken the common, therefore you will get Js into B, Js plus B by KTF. So if you simplify this, you will get RF plus SLF S into Js plus B by KTF into theta of S. So we know that the transfer function equals to theta of S by Vf of S. So here left side is Vf of S, right side is some constant into theta of S. So if you write theta of S by Vf of S, you will get transfer function which is called as theta of S by Vf of S. So if you write that, the numerator will be KTF by S into RF plus SLF into Js plus B. So this is the transfer function of field controlled servo motor. Field control servo motor. So if you want go for the further simplification, if you are unable to go for, just we can stop it here. If you actually the further simplification is helpful for find out the clear cut transfer function which indicates that the what is the mechanical time constant, what is the electrical time constant. In order to identify that, we can go for the further classification, further simplification. So TF equals to KTF, numerator is as it is. In the denominator, S will be taken as it is. In this expression, I'm going to take common LF. If I take the common LF, will become S plus RF by LF. So if you take the common is LF, S plus RF by LF, or if you take the common, because actually the transfer function should be mentioned in terms of 1 plus ST. Why it is 1 plus ST, we'll get it in future classes. At present, just remember the first order transfer function is always represented in terms of 1 plus ST. In terms of 1 plus ST. Like that only we need to arrange the things. Why it is 1 plus ST, I will explain in the further classes. Because if I explain, that will be, it's a tedious class, it will take 2 hours time in order to get 1 plus ST. So that just remember, any transfer function can be represented in terms of 1 plus ST. Like that only I'm going to arrange it. So here S will be taken as it is. In this, in order to make it 1 plus something, just you can take the common is RF. If you take common is RF, you will get 1 plus S into LF by RF. Similarly, here also you can take the B. If you take the B common, 1 plus S into J by B. J by B. Now this will be written as KTF by RF into B divided by S into 1 plus SLF by RF 1 plus S into J by B. So again TF equals to, this entire term may be written as simply Km. It's a mechanical time constant or motor constant. Km by S into 1 plus S tau F, it's a field constant, plus 1 plus S into tau M. So this is the final transfer function. Final transfer function. So if you want write what is the KT, what is the KM, what is the tau F, what is the tau M, I'm going to write those things. So if you want to write that, just I'm going to write here, Km is nothing but motor constant equals to KTF by RF into B. That is a motor constant. Now tau F is nothing but field constant, field time constant. Previously tau A, nothing but armature time constant. In armature controlled DC servo motor, we are consider tau A, nothing but armature time constant. Now its tau F is nothing but field time constant. Field time constant equals to, what is the field time constant? Tau F is nothing but LF by RF. Tau F is nothing but LF by RF. Now the last one is tau M is nothing but mechanical time constant. Mechanical time constant is equals to J by B. So why it's a mechanical time constant is this term will indicate that J and B are nothing but mechanical rotational system. That's why it is called as mechanical time constant. So tau M is nothing but mechanical time constant, tau F is nothing but field time constant, Km is nothing but motor constant, that is KTF by RF into B.